superhero hype. Black Panther has a white son.
Wh- Well, he got around, didn't he? Okay.
Yeah.
What? What?
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about this?
Well,
Yeah.
first of all, his son needs to go through puberty because he little effeminate looking there.
Oh,
he-
what about you, Grae?
yeah. I don't know what they're upset about, because like I could be wrong, but what I've read earlier this week about this is like he's actually the villain, right? He's actually the villain he's like in this version of the comic. I don't know if he's legitimately T'Challa's son, but what according to what I've read, it's the same thing what happened in Black Panther the movie, where Killmonger like overthrew T'Challa for a moment. I think it's the same thing. He overthrew his dad. So why are they so mad? It's like a villain, white
Yeah.
guy being a villain. Don't they like that? I thought you guys like white guys being a villain. So,
Well, that's what these lefties and these progressive
Yeah.
writers, that's what they love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why are they mad? Like I don't know the legit story, but what my understanding is, he he violently overthrew T'Challa for the throne. So it's white guy being a bad guy, not really Black Panther per se. But at the same time, it also reflects that this race swapping thing is a one-sided street. Like, it's okay to make the white guy black, but if you make the black guy white, it's something worth getting outraged over. It's racist and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it shows their hypocrisy. Absolutely.
Yeah. So here's the quick, I guess, summary for it. In Marvel Knights, the world come to #1. This is the issue #1. T'Challa's son, Katema, a white man, becomes a new Black Panther and king of Wakanda after defeating his father in a duel. Born to T'Challa and Monica Lynn, Katema's appearance sparks debate about his percentage, with possible explanations like adoption or genetic manipulation. Story's canon status is unclear, with more details expected in the future issues. So we're not sure, like, exactly, like, if he's, how white is he? Maybe he has, like,
He's mixed.
that. Yeah, he's like mixed. He's basically Epic Mike.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like nowadays, we know that the world has it's intermixed for a lot of ways, right? And I see this on the interwebs all the time, where it's like some people have just forgotten that, like, people used to be like, it was kind of cookie cutter, like if you had this skin you were from here, this kind of. And I see it now where it's like, this stuff going around that redheads are black people. It's
Yeah,
like
that's weird.
where that was coming around, and I've seen it too, where they saying it's like, well, don't you, like, white people can't. I hate to make it sound like we're talking about dogs, but this is like, these are their words basically, where it's like, white people can't throw all colors, but black women have been known to be able to throw all colors. And it's like, that's it's not exactly how that works. It's like, again, with the genetics, it's like, yeah, there's got to be somewhere, somebody in the background there that's like, coming through. So I'm a little bit confused with this, but like at the same time, it plays this weird thing, because it's like, again, you could have people who are of strong African descent, but they have pale skin, blonde hair.
Yeah, the South Africans, right?
Well, not even just South Africans, but it's because of all of the intermixing and everything like that, interracial, marriages and all of this kind of stuff. And it's like, so making it seem like, so then it's like, what is the problem with this boy? Like, why is this an issue? Why is this even a talking point anymore? If we're all, if we can all be, it's but I am confused. Is this canon, or like, what is this? Like,
I'm not sure. Maybe I think so. In the
Yeah,
books.
I think it's the latest issue, I believe, in Black Panther. So there's gonna be more issues to be released, so we get to know more about his backstory. But just on this alone, the Wokies are upset for some reason. Like, yeah, it's really weird, because according to what I've read, I don't know, chat. Maybe you guys can correct me, but he's being late. It's kind of like the villain in this story.
Yeah.
So why are they so angry? You see, like, it supports your narrative. You guys like bringing down white people, so I don't see what the outrage is all about.
yeah. I mean, it's and again, it's like this weird nonsense about bickering over skin color and everything like that too. But it's like, I follow this one lady on Instagram, and you would never know. You would never know that she was half black. She literally looks just like a white gal with curly hair. Like straightly put it this way, extremely curly hair, because lots of white people have curly hair. But like you would never know. And she gets this question all the time. And then she actually has to show proof. She doesn't have to, but like for the sake of the internet, she'll actually hold up her parents' wedding picture and her dad's 100% black.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah. Yeah, it really depends, like who's the more dominant gene.
yeah. So it's just Black Panther, who is T'Challa's white son? Like, why you gotta put it like that? Obviously, it's kind of weird because of whole, it's Wakanda's supposed to be in Africa, so it is a little alarming when all of a sudden you see, Fritz over here.
Yeah.
I would have thought he was Aquaman's son if I was just looking at this picture.
Yeah, it's the thing is that it's sort of like it's a skin condition, which is like an autoimmune condition for I think some black people, some other people may have, called vitiligo, right?
Vitiligo, yeah.
So I have a friend
But white people have that too.
who's black,
Mhm.
but he had most of his body is white because of
Yeah.
the vitiligo, right? So like he looks like a white dude.
Right.
So like it's just like, so is like, can he play a, like, let's say if we're talking about Hollywood terms, right? Can he play a black man in a movie? He, of course, they're gonna say he's not black enough, is because his skin color needs to be, it needs to match the description. So, which is like in a way racism, but it's typecasting, which these people are so like angry about. You shouldn't typecast, and then you typecast for their benefit. They're okay with it, but it's also the same thing with I guess you would say Elon Musk. And people are like, oh, he needs to go back to his country. You mean Africa? And like, oh, whoops, gotta go.
Right.
It's just like they gotta leave. So yeah, this shouldn't be an issue. And plus, this is not a real character. It's not a real person. It is not a historical figure like
Right.
Cleopatra or Jesus, which we're going to talk about later. But the thing is, but with this big uproar, we do have this hilarious article from Daily Mail. Marvel fans beg for Ryan Gosling to lead Black Panther 3 after a white version of superhero revealed.
That's funny.
I mean,
look, I am okay with this. Okay, I'm okay with this. All right. This or cast the black version of Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder.
It can happen. Like we haven't seen the replacement of Chadwick Boseman yet. So
that's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
It can happen.
Oh, it wasn't his sister.
Yeah, you have to say. I didn't even watch that movie. I didn't even.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not. I watched it.
There were some things about it that I liked, but they kind of ruined. Like, all right, I will be honest. Like, I was excited about Neymar just because he looks like such a fascinating character. Yeah, for the record, I'm quite the normie. I'm like a surface level comic book person, and I'm definitely more invested in JLA, like the Batman and all that, than I am with Marvel. But when I saw like the snippets and everything, and I was hearing the whispers in the wind about Neymar, or however you want to pronounce it, he fascinated me and intrigued me to no end. I loved I know everybody be like, oh, Tabitha's thirsty, but I loved the design concept. Okay, like it just was fascinating to me. Okay,
she likes that la kukulkan.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, he was very pretty to look at, but it just overall was such a cool idea. I just loved it, and so that's what really had me intrigued. He seemed like a really cool villain, right? And they left no mystery about him in the movie. Like, he shows up like just in the first couple of minutes, instead of like sending the servants and like, who is this new evil person on the rise? They're like, oh yeah, it's Neymar. Like, okay, like they should have totally waited until like half an hour or 45 minutes into the movie before they reveal who is this great evil genius person. It totally ruined the amazement that I had for
like the original Namor, the Submariner. The reason why he's such a big like character is because he I believe he predates Aquaman.
He's old, yeah.
Yeah, and he is Marvel's official first mutant.
That's right.
So that's why it's a huge thing. So that's why when they're like, they race swapped him because he's supposed to be like this white skin. I'm not sure. Like in the comics, he has like a pointy head with like sharp ears, right?
Yeah,
And
he has, the point
yeah,
of
and
view.
so they made him like Aztec or something like that in this one,
Yeah.
which is fine, but it should have been more impactful. Like, I believe
Mhm.
that he first appeared in like early 1960s, which is pretty early. And the fact that we're not getting this makes me upset.
I would watch it.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Project Eggroll podcast. Make sure to catch us live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Also, be sure to subscribe, and we will see you all there.